Yes, boys, so back again with another trade. Managed to get a nice one today. Price action was probably the best it's been in a good couple of weeks, to be honest. It's been pretty poor, choppy conditions with FOMC, CPI, and some major news events. They've kind of slowed down the market a little bit, waiting for them announcements. But it was good to see some good price action and managed to get a nice long. I've taken a few trades the past few weeks and have taken some small losses, so my account has slowly dropped a little bit. But this one kind of put it back up to my account peak. So it was good to get a good trade from that, and hopefully price action will kind of keep on how it was today. So straight into the daily chart then. You can see here we had this daily FVG, which we went into in the previous day, and we reacted really strongly to it. We closed this gap here, which was the end dog, and then this fair value gap imbalance. All these imbalances were filled, which tells me that price wants to go up, because we reacted so aggressively. So if we go into the 1 hour then, I had this 1 hour FEG which I marked up. This is where I wanted to see price go into, purely because that was situated in and around the midnight opening price. And you can see when we did actually open up, so like I said, we had this extremely strong reaction from the previous trading day, and then when we opened up the market here at 6, we expanded straight away. We didn't show any manipulation, which told me that the market wants to chase them all-time highs again and expand further. So it was just about waiting for that manipulation, and then this happened at 8:30. So when we got the news announcement here for unemployment claims, we manipulated lower. So that's why I marked out 8:30 in my graph, and we obviously created this fair value gap there, which I use as a price point. That's where I want to target, right, if I'm going long. That's one of the points of interest which I have. And then we have the London range low here, which was a key point of liquidity, previous session low. So this is where I'm looking for SMT divergence, as long as this fair value gap holds. Like I said, we expanded to the downside straight away from 8:30, became lower. And then for me, it was just about waiting for 9:30. I want to see what price is going to do. Is it going to distribute, or is it going to provide another leg down? And we didn't show that displacement. We didn't leave any fair value gaps to tell me that we weren't going to come lower into this liquidity. And at that time as well, the London range low hadn't been taken on ES, so you got to wait for that to happen first. So you can see here from this price point here at 9:38, that's where we showed that final push down, that final manipulation leg. And as soon as we took that liquidity on ES, that is where he got the purge and revert, and he straight away displacement. That tells me the market is bullish. You want to be on side with this displacement in terms of looking for longs. Obviously, we left these two big imbalances here. We had this inversion fair value gap, which was the first point of interest for me, because we broke through on displacement, and then we obviously had this order block there. We had the order block here, and then we had the inversion fair value gap. So for me, this fair value gap even would have been a nice entry, or you could have obviously waited for the order block. We did partially leave open this fair value gap as well. But I went to enter on the next fair value gap, which was here. So we tapped into it there. That's why I entered. And then I obviously targeted the short-term buy-side liquidity, which was the all-time highs up there. So that's why I entered off here. So right here would have been a little bit further up. And then I had it underneath there. And then I just targeted the high. So it was actually a 2-to-1-ish. Just under 2-to-1, which is why the profits I made weren't massive today. So I think it was 500 maybe. 460, so it wasn't a huge trade, but it was the best I could take, just because we expanded a lot in the session. So we had a big expansion in the Asian session, which doesn't leave a lot going into London and the New York, so you got to bear that in mind. But for me, it was just about making sure we had that dip under the midnight opening price. We had the change in the state of delivery with this order block, the inversion fair value gap, entered on the next fair value gap. Very simple. Put myself under a price point where I didn't think it'll be violated. Could have had it a bit tighter, but I wanted to play it safe. I wanted to get a win on the board after taking not major losses, really small ones, but a few of them in really poor market conditions, which I shouldn't have taken. So it was good to kind of get back on there, get my account back up. 2 more trades now should do it in terms of passing this account. Buy side liquidity was hit, the target was hit for the day, and then it's continued off consolidating, so we'll see what happens in the next days. But that's it in terms of the trade today. Like I said, it's kind of hard to trade all-time highs, but I just use hourly fair value gaps with daily fair value gaps in terms of moving to internal and external liquidity, and then that's where I look to get my entries. So I still look at trying to get in at a discount of some sorts on the lower time frame. So yeah, hopefully you can use that for your entries.